Okay, let's dive right in. If you're using AI to create content for your business, and let's be real, who isn't these days, then you absolutely need to get a handle on AI citations. So today, we're going to show you exactly how to master them by 2026 and turn what feels like a chore into your professional superpower.
So let's start with a number that should really get your attention, 15 to 20%. According to audits of AI-assisted content, that's how often unverified AI outputs have factual errors. For any business, but especially if you're a marketer or in healthcare, that's a huge credibility risk just hiding in plain sight.
And this quote from Brandon J. Spence, well, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? We've all jumped on these incredible AI tools, but the rules of the road, how we give credit, prove our work, and keep people's trust, it's still a massive gray area for most people, and that is exactly what we're here to fix.
So why does this matter so much? Seriously, we have got to stop thinking about citations as some boring thing we had to do in school. In the age of AI, getting your citations right is a crucial business strategy. It's a superpower that can really set your brand apart.
You think this is just about playing defense? Think again. This is about growth. Take a look at this number, 1,637%. That is the actual organic traffic growth a major healthcare brand saw when they built their entire strategy around expertise and authority. And you know what one of the key pillars of that authority was? You guessed it, high-quality, verifiable citations. This is where your SEO and your integrity meet.
Let's just break it down. If you're a marketer, proper sourcing is pure gold for SEO. Search engines are getting way smarter and they're rewarding content that actually backs up its claims. For any professional, whether you're in B2B or writing for a medical blog, it just screams credibility. It shows you didn't just copy and paste from a machine. And yeah, of course, it protects you legally, and maybe most importantly, it builds that crucial client trust because you're being transparent.
Okay, so we get it. The stakes are high. But how do we actually do this right? Well, the good news is there's a simple, repeatable system. So let's walk through the framework that takes all the guesswork out of it.
Here it is, a simple 4-step framework. First, you've got to document your interactions with the AI. Which tool did you use? What prompts did you feed it? Second, and this is non-negotiable, you have to verify everything the AI gives you. Third, and we're going to circle back to this one, you cite the original sources that the AI points you to. And finally, you just acknowledge the AI's role in your process. It's simple, it's clean, and it works.
Now, if you only remember one single thing from our little chat today, make it this. Always cite the original source, not the AI tool. So when an AI gives you a statistic from some study, your job is to then go find that study and cite it. That one habit right there is the fastest way to boost your credibility and your SEO authority.
All right, let's get practical. We're going to look at the right tools to make this whole framework a breeze, and maybe even more important, the common traps that you really need to avoid.
So here's a quick look at a modern toolkit. Perplexity AI is fantastic for quick research because it just gives you the sources automatically. Notion AI is great if you're trying to organize huge content projects. If you're doing really deep, research-heavy work, pairing a tool like Zotero with an AI writer is a total game changer. And for all that super technical or scientific content, combining Semantic Scholar's database with Claude's brainpower is a pro-level move.
Now for the traps, what's the #1 biggest mistake people are making? We've kind of touched on it, but it's so important it needs its own spotlight. It's citing the AI itself as the source instead of going to the actual primary research.
Here's what that looks like in practice. The amateur move is saying something like, well, ChatGPT told me that, which just sounds weak and untrustworthy. The pro uses AI as a research assistant to find the actual study, then they go verify it and cite that source directly. See the difference? One of those undermines your authority, the other builds it.
And here are a few other common traps. Look, don't just ask the AI to format your citations. It gets them wrong a lot. You have to double check. Don't forget to acknowledge that you used AI at all. A quick methodology note is all it takes. Be consistent with your citation style. And finally, just remember that these rules are changing all the time. Make it a habit to check for updates from the big style guides every quarter or so.
So what's coming next? Mastering this process today is smart, but understanding where it's all going, that's what's going to keep you ahead of the curve for years to come.
The future of citations is actually pretty exciting. We're moving toward tools with built-in automated fact-checking.
Some people are even exploring things like blockchain to create these permanent, unchangeable records of sources. Think of it like a digital lockbox for a fact. Imagine citations that update themselves in real time if a source gets retracted. We're also going to see more detailed standards from the style guides. And this is huge for marketers, direct integration of all these features right into the CMS platforms we use every day.
So if we boil this whole thing down, the main point is this. This isn't just about avoiding plagiarism or following some style guide. In a world that is just flooded with AI content, being rigorous and transparent with your citations is one of the most powerful ways you have to build and keep trust with your audience, with your clients, and with search engines. So, we'll end with a final thought for you to take with you. These tools are getting more powerful every single day. They can create, summarize, and synthesize information at a scale we've just never seen. But as AI continues to write more and more of our world, you have to ask, who is ultimately responsible for its truth? And the answer, of course, is you.